should have stayed full remote. I don't even know why. I was like, oh, I gotta change it up.
Right.
God, I regret every single morning I walk in there. I'm like, why am I here right now? I can do this at home. I've been doing it for 3 years efficiently.
Yeah.
I'm the highest producer. Yeah, I'll say it.
Yeah, he said it.
Yeah, he said it.
Heard it here first. Maybe not, but
Keep no
receipts.
hesitation.
yeah, none.
I do. I'll show you my reports.
Yeah.
So after the 2 weeks, what are you doing?
Yeah. Where are we going?
Yeah, well, we got a party to plan, fellas.
Ooh.
We got 2
party?
birthdays
You guys
coming
got
up in
birthdays.
January.
Birthdays.
My birthday and my homie Hera's birthday.
Bam.
14th, 18th.
Yeah.
Gonna be a ranger.
Now, hold. A ranger.
Yeah.
Pillow fight party.
Yeah, we're not going to be at church for 2 weeks afterwards.
Okay, look. That video you sent of the inflatable ring,
Yeah.
if we can make that happen, it would be the dopest thing
That
in
would
the
be
world.
that would be.
It
a
really
dope
would,
party.
though.
Like, it would be
I'm
dope. Like,
truly on board.
I will
with that.
buy a wrestling uniform. I already have my mask here.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll just get the tights, dude.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
So please make it happen.
Just cut up some jeans and have them be shorts.
I told him the only issue would be like it's January.
Oh
So it'll
yeah,
be super cold
exactly.
and most likely raining.
Yeah.
Because it's the middle of winter.
It could be.
Just reminded me of my childhood, bro. Every birthday party, it was indoors.
Yeah.
It was always raining.
We always had to
outside.
plan indoors, same for that same reason.
Of course.
we could do it
Can't
like at
rain
Bounce-A-Rama, right?
Right.
I mean, we'll just go in there,
Kicking kids
yeah,
out
get
the way.
Kids out, yeah.
My last birthday for Sebastian, we did it at the church, and they allowed us to do a jumper inside the building,
There you go.
so we can get a ring in the building. We
Sounds
can wrestle.
nice.
We can wrestle for the Lord.
That's on the daily. Bro.
Half naked inside the church.
Yeah. Hey, man.
Talking about 5-star splash from the top row.
Dude, I would do that.
I'm gonna bless you with this Stone Cold Stunner, Mar. Instead of flipping you off, I'm gonna be like, bless you.
Yeah. Your beer cans are going to be sparkling cans.
It's gonna be bubbly.
man.
Actual bubblies.
When I was younger, we have a mutual friend,
Yeah.
who we used to wrestle all the time, and then I put him in the ankle lock, dude, and I sprained his ankle because I didn't know,
bro.
Dude, it was so bad. Like, dude, he was sweaty and crying. I was like, dude, tap out. He's like, I'm not tapping out. I'm not tapping out. Dude, he came with
At least you warned him,
dude,
bro.
he came with the brace the next time I saw him.
That's insane.
Dude. I was like,
Bro.
hey, man, it's still real to me, damn it.
You're like, go ahead and say wrestling's fake.
Yeah, it's
I dare
I'll
you to
put you
say
in an
it's
ankle
fake.
lock right now. All right? Look at him.
Right.
All right?
And
Say it
then,
again.
and then it came back to Oscar because then he messed up his ankle.
I did.
And he was out for several months. No, half a year, a year.
Nah, it was like 4 months.
4 months. not
Yeah,
too
I still
bad.
played the end of the season.
Oh, you did? Dang.
Yeah, I still balled out, dude. Come on, man. Check
Nice.
the stats.
This guy in the stats.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. No, we needed that. So.
Yeah, Christmas is coming up, man.
Oh man,
Okay, so
Exciting,
favorite
first
time
question.
of the year.
Are we current with shopping already?
No. I'm
No?
way behind. We're gonna
Damn.
finish. We're gonna start and finish tomorrow.
I plan on starting and finishing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
You too?
For the most.
Damn.
If
No, I'm done.
all else fails, I have Friday off. I'm off of work on Friday, so I can dedicate an entire day.
Friday is gonna be ugly.
I know.
Oh,
the lines will be,
bro.
but since I have the whole day off, I can at least be there early. You know what I'm saying?
So does everybody and their mama. Though.
Yeah.
Look, I just
Be
left the mall.
camping.
I came here from the mall.
How bad was the mall?
Insane.
Really?
Insane. It was like 5.
Man.
Crazy. So,
Yeah, it's-
Yeah, and then on Friday, a lot of the kids are off too.
yeah, that's true.
And what
Yep.
makes it worse is all those bad Tesla drivers in the parking lot, dude.
Legit.
They're the worst, bro.
They're the
They
worst.
What are you talking about? We have our own spot to park at.
Especially think about that, bro.
Like, what are you
have
doing
your own
here?
spot, and you still can't drive. The car will park for you, and you still can't drive.
I honked at 3 cars today, and they were all Teslas.
Sounds like you're the
You
problem,
guys are
buddy.
the new Prius, bro.
For real.
You guys are the new Prius.
No, I'm a great driver. Okay. But
Yeah, no,
Don't piss me off, dude. I love my Tesla. All right?
Touchy subject. I
Yeah,
think.
absolutely.
I got my own VIP parking, man.
Right.
All right.
So this week, I got to take our boys to the Christmas giving tree and help out my sister Cheerleading. We volunteered a few hours there. It was pretty cool. I mean, it was great. I've done it before with the boys, but the boys were a lot younger, and this time they were actually helping because they were killing it.
what is the
three of them.
Christmas giving tree?
It's basically where they receive gifts from the wishing. I forgot exactly how it works, but basically they put out these things where they get free gifts, and then in turn they get like these families will fill out these wish cards or whatever of what they want. Families that are less fortunate and can't really afford to get their family's gifts, and they fill out those cards and they turn them in, and then the family giving tree, they collect those cards, they read what it, and they acquire those gifts.
Okay.
And then they use this huge warehouse, and they like all kinds of different rooms. And the way it works, when you go there, they'll give you a stack of cards, and each card has a gift listed on it and who it's for. And you can go to the different rooms, and they call it shopping. You basically go and you look for the gift, you find it, you bring it back, and on that card it has a number on there called an OR number, and you look for the box that has that OR number, and you basically put that gift in that box. And then the end process after that is basically they get all the gifts that have been sorted in those boxes, they pull them out, they wrap them all, and then they put them in a bag, and they get them ready to give to the specific families who they belong
That's
to,
dope.
or organizations, because they work with churches, they work with like everyone.
Nice.
And so Allie's gonna working on something where we can even have like that at a bigger scale, probably next year, because it's too late this year. But she's also gonna plan a backpack drive where we'll do like 100 backpacks for kids who need them, either in the church or families of people we know who may need them.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Dang, that's so dope.
Now, what's the organization name that Shailene runs?
That is a YUP organization, which stands for Youth Utilizing Power and Praise.
Shout out to Yup.
Yeah,
Yup.
for sure.
Shout out to
They're
Yup.
an amazing organization. My sister Shailene and her husband KB, they run that together, and of course with many helping hands, but they are at the center of that organization.
That's what's up.
That's
man.
awesome.
Yeah, so next year let us know, and then we'll be there, man.
For sure.
I would love to help out.
Yeah.
I would love to take the kids to help out. That'd be fun.
Yeah, and we actually have a YUP is, and I think I've mentioned that to you guys already. They are organizing an event at our church soon, a musical conference, which is coming up. I think late January, somewhere around the 24th, 25th.
Yeah.
Like a 4-day conference. It's going to be great for the music lovers out there.
Nice. Well, I mean, they gotta start paying us.
I think
now for
it's
that.
for it's for musicians, like
Singers,
entertainers,
entertainers,
all of that,
really art people. Like if you're into art, it really is going to cover all the bases.
Yeah.
That's what's up, dude.
Drama.
And that's still part of the same organization, or is that a different?
Yeah, that's part of YUP organization.
Okay.
That's YUP organization. It's organized by the YUP organization.
Awesome.
All right.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we'll all be there.
Yeah,
Exactly.
We
We're all-
don't-
no
all
question.
musicians.
I won't.
Oh no.
Nah. Well, it's Alina's last competition.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be in Vegas.
For sure.
I was like,
Oh,
I was
that's
really hurt. The same day it starts and ends,
Uh,
as we'll
Yeah.
be out there.
yeah.
Got it.
And funny enough, it's the same time of NAM. It's always been the same weekend. So
Dang.
yeah,
We only got
I'm missing two
last
good
year of
things.
it, bro.
Yeah.
yeah, the last year of it.
I mean, you're missing two good things, but you're going to.
Yeah.
better
Oh
thing,
yeah.
right?
Oh
So-
yeah. No,
Yeah,
I'm still
absolutely.
going to
Yeah.
Vegas.
Right.
You're gonna have
He's
your
like, so I'll be
pom-poms.
sad, but not that sad.
Knowing myself, man, I'll probably be crying. Yeah, it's her last year. We've been going there for years.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
on the same weekend. So yeah, it's her last, at least that we know of. Yeah,
The competitions get big and crazy out there.
Oh, bro, it gets wild.
Yeah.
It gets wild, and they have weekends of it. They have another competition the weekend before. Same stadium, and they fill it up, dude. It gets crazy.
Dang.
That's dope.
Cheer comps are insane, man.
Yeah.
I mean, my wife did cheer her whole life.
Yeah.
Her mom was a coach. And then I went to my first cheer comp, her nieces, like a while back, and I was like, "What in the world is going on here, man?" You're like, your ears pop because it's so loud. Everyone's yelling, and
Dang.
dude,
This is doing the wave in there.
it's insane, dude. It's insane. Yeah, man, it's fun. They're fun though.
Yeah,
They're
it's been
fun.
it's been a fun journey, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
You know, at first I was like, man, cheer, like what? Nah, but I mean, it's definitely it's awesome to see your kid out there and
Yeah.
you know doing her thing. So
Yeah, man.
supporting her as much as I could, man. Be wearing my bow on my beard.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Well, what age did she start?
She started at 7, I believe.
Dang. Yeah. So
It's been a while.
yeah, it's gonna be emotional then.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, I also had the opportunity to bless a kid. I sponsored a kid with at my work. They had this thing where they reached out, you know, like in the community with families who needed some help, like getting assistance for gifts and stuff. So I sponsored a kid, got him a dope toy. So I was able to help out.
That's awesome,
Nice.
man.
That's cool, man.
Really cool.
Mhm.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, I just met you guys like less than a year ago, and look at us now. Who would have known?
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Can you say that was the best thing that happened to you this year? Well, I mean, you've known me for
Yeah.
longer than that.
Yeah.
I
And
still
was
hope.
getting
I still hope
tired.
I'm the best thing
He's
every
always
year.
getting tired of just being you.
No, I mean honestly, like looking back, I'm like, I'm kind of glad that we all got together like this.
Yeah.
Because like, damn, like, I didn't. I mean, other than this guy and like someone else, I only had like 2 friends, right? And we would get together randomly once a year, twice a year, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But now with you guys, I'm like, oh, like we had Thanksgiving together.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna go on a trip together.
Yeah.
We had dinners and lunches randomly.
And it's not just us, but it's our families as well.
And our
right?
exactly,
Yeah.
like, you know, our wives are all friends now, you know what I mean? And like my kids come in like, oh, take off their shoes, and I'm like, okay, guys, chill. You know?
Nah, man, it's their house too, bro.
So I mean, I feel
They
like,
know it.
and they do. You know
They
what I
even
mean?
got the Wi-Fi, bro. That's mean they're locked in.
For life now, huh?
That's it.
But yeah, man, I feel like just it's family now,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm gonna get emotional about it.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna get emotional,
Yeah.
but yeah, you know,
Yeah.
it's just for sure. Like I think it's probably the best thing that happened to me this year was that.
And then it's crazy in a time right now where men, or even just people in general, are having trouble making friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Like they have nobody in their inner circle to reach out to, and just to hear them laugh. It's just like, oh, hey, let's kick it. Let's go do this. Or, hey, I'm dealing with this. Can you help me out? You know, but yeah, a lot of people are struggling with that. There's a lot of loneliness out there. It causes anxiety, right? And, you know, here we are making, you know, 4 good friendships. You know, it's a brotherhood now.
Yeah.
I feel like it.
Huh.
It's not the end, bro.
The beginning.
It's just the beginning.
That's
beginning,
it,
man.
That's it.
So
brother.
you just hit something on the head that just reminded me of something that I had going on this week, and I need to share with you guys.
Yeah, man.
So I had a quick story. I had lunch with my guys at work, and one of the guys was asking me about the podcast. He's like, you know, I haven't really looked at it. He's like, you haven't shared the link. And I'm like, bro, you're not on social media. Like, how you gonna get it?
Yeah.
Story short, so I started talking about it, and little by little, the guys kind of slowly start trickling in. You know, they're at their desk, and they get their chairs, and I see them rolling in. And we're still talking, but I'm sharing about the podcast, and it was really dope because one of the guys, he's hearing me. He's my newest employee, and he starts sharing that he's like, I don't have anybody to talk to. He's like, I've had a really hard time. And his daughter has gone through, I'm not going to share too much of, but she's been having some medical issues. And, you know, she was born as a preemie. And he was showing pictures, but as he was showing us, he got very emotional, and he was just like, bro, like, he's like, everything that I was expressing about what this podcast has done for us, and I think what we've tried to do for our listeners, he's shared that it's been something that he's had a real big problem with, and he was like, I have nobody to share with, and when I tried reaching out, like I got basically rejected. And so it made it like a safe circle, you know?
Yeah.
And then the conversation just started opening up. And then one of the other guys started sharing about that his daughter went through the same thing. And I've known this guy for 15 years.
Dang.
Never have I known this.
Wow.
And it all started because of the conversation that we're talking about the podcast. And they were kind of like more intrigued. They're like, dang, like this is what you guys, you know, talk about. This is what you do. And we're like, yeah, like, you know, try to be positive, you know, and, you know, we're just men just talking about life together, you know, and try to connect with our listeners. And they were super intrigued. And I was like, man, like it was dope. It was a really good experience. And I definitely wanted to share with you guys. Like it was really, really dope. I did write down one question that they asked. Okay. And I forgot the other one.
They're going to watch this now. Okay.
Vamos.
So it was a stupid argument. Me and this fool got in a big old debate.
All right.
And it's going to be more targeted to you, Oscar.
Oh, shoot it.
Yeah.
All right. At Five Guys, can you eat the peanuts and throw them on the floor? Now, hold on. Before I said the argument was, bro, you're confusing Five Guys with Texas Roadhouse.
Yes.
And he's like, nah, bro. He's like, anywhere you walk in, if you see peanuts, you eat them and you throw them on the floor. And I was just like, nah, dog. I'm like, no. And he's like swearing up and down. I'm like, you know what? As a matter of fact, when one of the guys used to work there, I'm going to ask. So, please.
If I was still working there and I saw you, whoever your name is, just write your name right there, blank. Mark. I will give you an apron and a broom and make you sweep it up. All right?
And call your mother.
All right? That does not happen there. I get that. That's why if you go to the Five Guys, there's little like paper like
Trays, yeah.
Trays. Just put them in there, dude.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Go throw them on the floor for. Then you have some poor 15-year-old kid who has a part-time job sweeping your peanuts. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, Mark. Get it together, dog.
Thank you.
Jeez.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're right. He is getting it confused.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, Texas Roadhouse. Yeah, when I went there, people were throwing the
Yeah.
peanuts on the floor.
Although I think after the pandemic, I think they kind of went away with that.
That is true because I've been to it recently and it wasn't like that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's cool. I like how this podcast has also affected and reached other people. You know, because my mother-in-law's wedding, I had like her family member come up to me and I talked about like, wait, what? You listen to this?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay, cool. And
Yeah.
like they were just like, they said the same thing. Like it's so refreshing seeing like men of all ages come together. That's an old joke, guys.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
No, they said, you know, it's good to, you know, they said of all backgrounds, not all ages. I threw that in there for a joke.
Yeah.
You look 30, dog. Just want to throw that out there. You look young. You don't even look your age, first of all. And they just say, you know what? Like it's refreshing to see men actually be vulnerable and talk to each other the way they do.
Absolutely.
You know? And I told them, I was like, you don't want to know what we say behind the camera.
Nope. Yeah.
They're like, oh, we
Even
do.
more.
They have asked. I have a coworker, and my boy Sean. He listens to all our episodes.
Really?
Yeah,
Shout out Sean.
and
out
he knows
Sean.
us,
Yeah,
and
man,
he's like, man,
appreciate
he's
it.
like, man, I know you better now, and I've known him for like a good 7 years.
Wow.
And he's like, he's always like quoting things that we've talked about. So big supporter. And then, you know, your favorite guy, my brother,
Right?
freaking my brother, dude, that dude. I mean, he's
Hey, shout out Rob, baby.
Shout out Rob. baby.
Love that man.
whatever, guys.
That dude knows what my favorite dessert is.
Yeah, he does, bro. He does. Man, my
Choco
brother's hella
flan.
dope, dude. He's always supported, and so I mean, shout out to him. But he's even got to know you guys even before he even met you guys. You know,
That's dope.
Yeah.
so you know things like that. I mean, like my brother's really important to me. So you know, what I mean,
Yeah,
just
man.
him knowing who you guys are without even like really talking to you guys is super dope. So shout out to the cats that actually follow us.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
The few amount of supporters that we have now, but it has definitely been of tremendous value for us because it's allowed us to help us grow, right? Like
sure.
I feel that perhaps we aren't as vocal yet, right, about our podcast. Like, oh yeah, you should come listen to our podcast and everything.
Yeah.
But the people that do listen to it, they approach us rather than us approaching them. Like, hey, did you listen to our latest podcast episode? Right?
I had a few coworkers that I work with that I've never, or I shouldn't say never, but I rarely meet in person. And they're like, hey, Mar, like, we're going to listen to your first podcast. And I'm like, what? like your episode or whatever. We're gonna start listening, and I'm like, who told you? Oh, your other coworker or that other coworker, and I'm like, dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey man, we're just getting started.
Yeah.
All right, we're testing
Yeah.
the waters.
Yes.
We've trial and error.
Yeah.
Making tweaks here and there.
Exactly. So I think coming up 2024, dude, I think we're gonna go.
Sorry, year,
We're
baby.
going all out, man. We're going all out.
Taking it.
All right.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one, man.
Yeah.
Start the year with a bang.
But let's get through Christmas first, yeah?
Yeah. I know. Pretty talking about next
Because
year.
I don't want Christmas to end, man. I love Christmas, and I feel like it went too fast.
Yeah.
I feel like I
Really
didn't
did,
enjoy
bro.
it.
Yeah.
I was like, I
agree.
haven't sat down. Just this past week, we went to go drive around and look at lights. I'm like, damn, it's already mid-January.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
December, sorry.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this is going too fast.
Yeah.
Like back in October, I was like, oh yeah, the first week of December, we'll go do this and then do this. Christmas in the park, this and that.
Yeah.
I haven't done any of that.
Mm-hmm.
No time.
I did make it to Christmas in the Park on Saturday, but it was after like a family event, which was my niece's daughter having a birthday party, and after that we went home, and then I was like, I was good. I really wanted to stay home, and the boys were like, "Dad, so are we still going?" I was like, "Yeah." Yep, we're still going because they were excited about going. So
Yeah.
then we had to go get Gracie, and then we picked up Zai, and then we went there, and we ended up walking around. Then of course we waited in the 30 minutes for they hot chocolate, and then we walked around some more, and Zion bought something for his girl, and we walked back to the car, and they're like, let's hit up Foster Freeze. Like,
Oh, my boy. Man.
and I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm finna have a Foster Freeze
There you
burger.
go.
too.
Man.
And
Yeah.
the boy drove, and it was like about to be 12, and I was like, whatever, YOLO, let's
know.
go.
What'd you get?
I got the regular, just the double stack burger with bacon.
How was
That's
it?
Just
Heaven?
yeah, it was just so
Good,
good.
man.
I don't think I've
It's
ever
been
had
a minute, bro.
Foster
It's been
Freeze
a
burger.
minute. So that John, I kind of ate it slow, and I just chewed
You enjoyed it.
Like, yeah, I
Oh,
really
I
did.
love that.
Yeah.
But also those Willow Glenn lights, the houses, dude, they go all out.
Oh, yeah. They go
for real.
wild.
Bro.
So someone was just telling me, they're like, Mar, if you haven't been, if you haven't gone to the Willow Glen area for this, they're like, bro, you need to go, because I haven't. And they're like, bro, they even have that. Someone told me that they even have a little train that you can take
Yes.
that goes through the
Yeah.
neighborhoods.
They have
And I
the
was
train.
like,
They also have,
bro, I got to make this happen this week.
they got dudes on bikes. You know how like,
Oh, like in
Drive back?
downtown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they just drive around the neighborhood. People park their cars in the side of a house and just get out and just
Yeah, I'm
start
going to try to
walking.
make that happen before
It's
Saturday.
dope, dude. The kids-
Without blowing it, dude, they have every street has like a theme in the middle while you're driving. I'd never seen anything like that before.
That's sick.
It's like almost like a movie, and you're driving by and they have a theme. It could be candy canes or whatever it is,
Yeah.
reefs.
That's insane.
And then there's houses. There could be like 6 houses next to each other, and they're all on one theme, connected.
Yep.
I don't want to share too much, bro, but
Yeah.
it's
all right.
super.
God,
sick.
and
Yeah.
I'm going to make
I
that
got it
happen.
out there too.
in the houses though. It's
Mhm.
like, what do you do for a living? That's what I want to know.
Old money, bro.
That's what I
Yeah,
told Shawnee.
old
So I was
money.
like, that's old money. Like, there's no way.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is
I
like
mean, there is, but I mean, it's
the
just
only new money are like the new modern homes,
Yeah.
but like those old,
Yeah, Victorian
style
houses,
Victorian,
yeah.
dude.
home's been
God.
paid off.
For
Bro,
sure.
I drove
Yeah.
by a house right on Hayes Avenue, and I immediately moved to the side, grabbed Zillow, looked it up, and be like, "How much is this house worth?"
Mm-hmm.
Because it was huge, dude, mansion style.
But that's the only way they made the houses
Bro.
back in the day. They're just the
Yes.
houses were massive.
It's that area, it's,
Yeah.
it's insane. But yeah, that's a good place for lights and just to chill. And then you go
Okay,
literally one street over, and then there's the little strip that they have. And you just
Yeah.
go chill and
that's dope.
have a Phil's coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I love Phil's.
That's it.
Dang, I haven't done any of that. I haven't checked out the lights or
Come
gone to
on,
Christmas in the
buddy.
park. Because when it comes to in December, like we just stay in and watch movies all the time with my wife. Especially because like it was barely my first time last year where I watched that movie where it says "You'll shoot your eye out, kid."
Oh,
What
the
is that?
Christmas story.
The Christmas story. It was my first time watching last year. In my childhood, I missed a lot of these movies, right?
Yeah.
So then I've been watching them now, and you can
Catching
only watch
up.
them during Christmas, right? I don't want to watch them after,
No.
So yeah, my wife has been introducing me to all these movies.
That's
So
awesome.
I'm like, dude, like I'll stay in, have my popcorn there, bam.
Yep.
Well, we can
Set.
skip practice on Thursday and go together since I haven't been there this year.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
time.
yeah, I'm down.
I'll go again. I'm inviting myself.
Vamos.
It's a Christmas service.
Oh no, I can't. I can't. I'm gonna be out of town. Sorry.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
FaceTime me.
There we go.
All-time favorite Christmas movie. Go.
Oh man, Die Hard for me.
Die Hard, dang.
Mhm.
It's been a minute.
That was on the
Watched
list last year, actually.
Yeah,
With
it's a
Pastor
Christmas
Rich actually
movie, straight
posted.
up.
Mhm. Yeah, The Grinch for me, for sure.
It'd be between The Grinch and The Christmas Story, but I have to watch those two every year.
Got it.
Have to. Yeah, it's a must.
To me, it's 50-50. It's Elf.
Oh shoot, you're right.
Has to be Elf.
That's a
And then
fantastic movie.
The Grinch with the Jim Carrey. Obviously, Jim Carrey.
Yeah, not that.
You're an
I mean,
idiot. You're an idiot. Dude, I love that movie because I remember clearly. It just like it just a little memory in my head just like shines whenever I see the Grinch because I remember asking for that movie
Yeah.
for Christmas when I was a kid, and that's all I want, Mom. Is the VHS of the Grinch, and I
Love
watched
that.
that movie every day for like 2 months, and I love that movie, dude. And my kids love that movie.
Pretty
and I'm
much
like,
love anything
God.
Jim Carrey in
Yeah.
those
Oh,
in
yeah.
that era.
Yeah,
He just couldn't miss. The guy
It was
was just
untouchable, dude.
Yeah,
Dude, but now you watch it again, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I didn't catch that.
Oh,
okay,
you're right.
All right, Jim,
Yeah,
I
you're
see
right.
that, dude.
Yeah.
But in all of the Jim Carrey movies, there was this
funny, dude.
growing up. One of my favorite Jim Carrey movies was Me, Myself, and Irene.
Oh my god!
And I just recently watched it. I'm like, oh my goodness, bro! Like,
It's
my
one of
parents
his
let me
it's just
watch
one
this.
of the best movies ever. I absolutely love that movie. It's like lives on forever for me. It's just
Dude.
one of the all time comedies for
Any
me.
Jim Carrey, but him
But,
playing the Grinch, dude.
Yeah, that one, The Mask, Liar, Liar,
Oh,
another
Liar.
all-time classic for me.
I mean, Ace Ventura.
Ace
Oh,
Ventura,
God.
amazing.
God.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ace
Pokes his
Ventura
finger
is
through
hilarious. Dude. When he knocks out the butler, is like, oh, do not pass go. Go for like $200. Dude, I love that part.
Bumblebee
The
tuna.
Monopoly guy. Bumblebee tuna. When he comes out of the rhino, dude. Or
Yeah.
the rhino, yeah. Dude, that was
Yeah.
it's still hilarious. to
It
this
is.
day. It's
It's
hilarious.
absolutely
He's great, dude. I love
For sure.
Jim Carrey.
yeah.
Speaking about Jim Carrey, hella off topic though, but like, I remember hearing his story coming up as an actor years ago, and where I don't have my wallet, my specific wallet on me, but like, he wrote a check down
Yeah.
for a specific amount, and he put it in his wallet
Mhm.
when he was like broke, just homeless, and he's like, that's gonna be me one day. And I heard that, dude, and I have a check in my wallet, specific amount for I just write it down, like just keep my wallet. I'm like, that's a
That's
Jim Carrey
dope.
thing, dude. Because
Yeah.
I mean,
Love that.
I don't know what about that really
Yeah.
inspired me to just like, oh damn,
Mhm.
he's homeless, and he wrote down like he said
Yeah.
$20 million,
Mhm.
and he just kept it in a wallet for years,
Mhm.
and then now he charges like $20 million to be in a movie.
Literally.
God, so
And speaking of the new year, after Christmas and stuff, you guys have anything you're shooting for in this new year, goals or just even aspirations for the coming year for either yourself, your family?
I think the main thing I want to do is be able to find another form of income coming in.
Yeah.
That's my main goal, is to be able to find that third
Yeah. What's your niche,
housely
right?
housely income, and like be able to perfect that niche so much, and we're like, okay, this is actually going to be our only income from now on.
Mhm.
So that's definitely my goal for 2024. That's it, man.
For sure,
Mhm.
brother.
I'm content with what I have now, but
Mhm.
I think 2024
That's
is-
good. You mentioned contentment, and that's actually a lot that I worked on this year, in my self growth and my journey, because I tend to set like very high standards for myself in terms of like my career or my relationships, and sometimes you have something planned, right, of where you want to be in life or the next steps you're going to take, right? You want everything to just connect seamlessly, and transition very well. And when that doesn't happen, right, there can be some discontentment, like, oh man, like I'm not where I used to be, right? So where I want to be and where I am now, that gap sometimes produces some anxiety because we're not patient and we don't perhaps trust the process, right? And some things happened where it's not totally in our control, right? It's just things of life, right? And for like the longest time, I have always felt like, man, it's so unfair, like how I've gone through all this and I've only gained this little. At least that's how I was talking about it in that perspective, right? I've done everything right. You know, I've won all the awards I could have in school, and I felt like it's amounted to very little. But then I was literally thinking about this last week or 2 weeks ago, and I was like, man, dude, like perhaps I'm not where I want to be, right? But if I really, really take a closer look at my steps and everything that I've accomplished, I feel like I've done a lot, given the stuff that I've had to overcome, which I will share later in the podcast. But you know, like I was able to graduate, and even that whole journey of graduating and going to school, like it was such a very dark period for me because I went through very like bad anxiety, very bad anxiety. I landed in the ER so many times, right? But then I was able to overcome that, and I graduated, and then I married my beautiful wife, and little by little things just started, you know, kind of, you know, stacking up. And then now, God willing, you know, I'll be able to start the year in a brand new apartment, you know. And I started thinking about that. I'm like, man, you know, like I really should be celebrating these small victories even more, right? Yeah. I'm not where I want to be, and like, all right, that's cool, but I really should be celebrating these victories, and even just celebrating just the fact, like right here, right, that we have this bond, right? We really just trust each other, and we're vulnerable with each other, and I really cherish that. But yeah, I was just, you know, kind of recapping my year and the stuff, the inner dialogue that I struggle with like these intrusive thoughts, where sometimes I'm like, man, I'm not there, right? But if I really take a closer look, like I said, and I'm seeing these little accomplishments, if I really put them together and I compile them, it's been a lot. So yeah, you know, so that, like, I say that now, and it's really like fresh into me, like to say that, and being able to say that, because sometimes like we feel like we can't say some stuff to our wives sometimes, right? But then like with your boys, like you say it, right? And then like it feels good, right? Yeah. But yeah, I was thinking about that, and I know it's pretty long, but that was kind of like an epiphany for me, right? Because I'm 30 years old, right? But like I'm in an excellent career path, right? That it can take me either way, and it's still gonna set me up for success. But I really should be celebrating more of these small victories, you know. So that's where I'm at right now, you know. So I'm definitely pumped, juiced for 2024, and then, you know, I have my homies with me. So
yeah, brother.
Damn, dude.
That's awesome.
That was emotional.
That's just great.
Yeah. But no, it's something that I just been dealing with a lot. But like I said, it feels good sharing that, right, with you guys, and with our audience, in hopes that somebody resonates with that as well. And you know, and we just push ourselves, high five ourselves, and say like, you know what, it's good, man, you're killing it, you know. You're killing it.
I mean, it felt good knowing that after 15 years, you finally cherish and appreciate my friendship.
Right?
It took us for him to realize that, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like, damn. God, man.
Right. He's like, I didn't realize how bad it was until I met
these guys came in. It's like, now I'm content. God.
Nah, you already knew. You were one of the few people, you know, that knew the stuff that I was going through, and you were there calling me up and stuff.
For
and,
sure,
you know.
man. It is easy to kind of take for granted your little victories, or the things that you've like aspired to overcome and to you know, improve upon.
Yeah.
when you stay busy in a mindset that's like, okay, I got to keep pushing myself to achieve more, be it personally or financially, whatever it is in the areas you want to improve upon.
Exactly.
So sometimes it's easy to take for granted the victories that you've had along the way, because you're still pushing. You know, you see yourself like, okay, I still got this and this to improve upon. So you continue to push, you continue to make things happen for yourself, for your wife, and then, but when you stop and you're like, wait a minute, I have come a long way. I've made strides in these areas of my life that, you know, where I used to be affected by something, it doesn't affect me anymore because I've matured, whatever it was that you needed in that area of your life.
Yeah.
So that's awesome, bro.
Yeah,
Happy to hear that.
I try to do my best to try at different points, especially now we're gearing more towards the end of the year, right? But to do like an annual reflection, right? To kind of refocus myself and see that, all right, what you're saying, right? Pushing hard in work, but really, what is my purpose, right? Like, is it just materialism? Is that what I want, right? And if I look at that, then obviously I'm being blinded by all these relationships and friendships that are around me that I've made, right? That I take for granted, but you know, like we know that these relationships is part of life when it's going to help you build upon what you already have.
Yeah,
For sure. I think it also ties on to like the ambition of it all, you know, the pros and cons to ambition, and where, you know, the pros is cool. Like, it's cool to be motivated to try to set a goal and try to go for that goal. But then the cons of that is is forgetting what you already have.
Yeah, that's good.
Right? The little things
That's
like, hey,
good,
I
brother.
got food in my fridge.
Yeah.
I got a place to sleep, you know. My kids have clothes. I'm doing things for my kids that I never did as a child.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like those little small things that to us it's like, it's just day-to-day
So
things.
true.
Nah, man, that's
And that's actually where I kind of started thinking in all this, because when I first got with Diana, like she had a roommate that she was living with, and then, you know, she moved out there, and then we were renting in a place where it was kind of like a Airbnb, because there was multiple people living there. So, you know, we were just living there in just one room, and then we eventually moved out and got a place with roommates, and then we moved out of there and then got a studio, right? And then now, like I mentioned, we're gonna be moving into our new apartment starting the new year. So then I looked at that, I'm like, it's been small, gradual improvements, right?
Yeah.
But it's still victories, you know,
Improvement,
because
absolutely.
of where I started, where we were just in a room with like 8-10 other people in the house, right?
Yeah.
And then like you take that for granted, and I think about that, like I was in that room with like all time anxiety, right? And now here I am, and it's an apartment with not dealing with those same issues anymore, right? So then I think about that, I'm like, man, you know, God is good, you know.
Amen.
That's right, man.
But yeah, that's me. I wanted to, you know, do a little recap of where I am.
Yeah, dude, you took all the damn time, man.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that, though, brother. That's encouraging, and I like that,
it was
man.
great. I loved it.
Thank you for
It was
sharing
very
that.
good.
Yeah.
It made me feel really good inside.
yeah, and like, you know, it's the holidays. I feel like people get emotional around these days, right?
Yeah.
You're thinking about family and all the time that you're gonna spend with your loved ones, and then this is what I think about, because in everything that I try to do and work on myself, I do it for my family.
Yeah.
So,
Jay,
but yeah,
you
what
got
do you guys have,
you got
baby?
anything going on?
I normally don't
Planning?
do.
Come on, dude, give us your wisdom.
I don't do the whole, you know, New Year's resolution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely would like to roll over the things that I wasn't able to accomplish this year.
For sure.
Push it over, and just continue striving for those things. But I will say, I guess in this New Year mentality, I guess go with do today what your future you would thank you for.
Yeah, that's good.
And so
Awesome.
I'm gonna go with that mentality, and then just try to knock out what I wasn't able to, and then slowly, you know, add a few things here and there, but just keep striving for, you know, health and memories.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Well,
I love that when you pushing yourself, what you to your point is like pushing yourself sometimes unlocks things that you didn't know. Oh, you know what? I actually do. I want to do this in addition to the things I'm already doing. But sometimes you don't find out those extra things, like you said, until you're already like pushing yourself towards the areas of your life that you want to improve upon or add to, and then you've done that, and now you're like, oh, you know what? I can also go down this vein and make this better or make that person better. Because sometimes, for me, it's not just all about the things that I want to accomplish. There are things and ambitions I have for my family, for myself, but there are a lot of things I want to do for other people in this year, and that's something that's really in my heart, and it weighs heavy on me, and I want to help improve the quality of life for others, people that are in my circle that God has placed in our hands, and I just I really, that's one of the biggest things, the heaviest things I should say, in my hands, that I want God to just help in that area, and that I can be good and creative and positive and forceful when I have to be in the areas that I need to be, so that the people's lives that I want to affect and positively can grow from that.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of growth happens in that when you're looking out for others more than like yourself, right?
Yeah.
Like, yes, you're still putting yourself first, right? And you're still thinking about yourself, about your mental health, your physical health, all of that.
Sure.
But then just collectively, you're also thinking about more so about how you said the quality of life of the people in your circle, right? And then carrying each other's burdens, which is it's the whole gospel, right? So yeah, there's a lot of growth in that.
Well, I feel like this episode has been very emotional and very encouraging. And I feel like we kind of talked about the New Year. So we'll probably roll this over for the New Year episode too.
Yeah.
Keep it going. Because
Yeah.
things may change in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Right.
And, you don't know what can happen. So we'll make sure we keep our audience updated in that.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, these next 2 weeks, looking forward to just some bomb food.
Yep. Family,
Chilling with
tamales,
the family,
pozole.
board games,
Ooh,
tamales.
yes.
I might make some ponche too.
Oh, bro.
If I make some,
What's ponche?
You'll find out.
Find out. No, it's a drink with a bunch of fruits and stuff. It's really good. Yeah, they have
It's
sugar
liquid
cane,
cocaine.
caña.
Okay.
Little peanuts. in
Except
there.
you drink it, you don't.
You
No,
could.
it's
Right.
It's fire.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
that's
is.
good. Yeah, man. These next 2 weeks are going to be fun.
Yeah.
Nice little
Be
trip coming
safe.
up. Yep.
Be safe. Make a lot of memories.
Get your exercise routines in early, so you don't feel so bad in the when
Exactly.
y'all are going,
Yeah.
ham on.
And I don't
on
want to
those
see
dinners.
you guys the first week of January, the whole week at the gym, and then show up the next one. Okay? If you're going to go the first week, stay the whole month.
Exactly.
Okay? You go the first week, and then you give up, and then I see you posting McDonald's. Stay the whole month. Please.
What if they're dirty bulking?
No, dude. No one who goes January 1st is dirty bulking. Okay? So please, stay fit, stay healthy. It's not just for you, for your family. You want to live a long life. If you have kids, if you have a wife to take care of who literally depends on you,